Hi BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today is the 7th of March, it is Sunday and it is earlier in the morning, and I am coming to you today with a wee bit of a different video than I would normally do. I have done this kind of thing before. This is like a currently reads, essentially, or currently reading, or a reading plans type of video. Whereas I've done these before, but I've kind of amalgamated them into like my weekly reads videos or what have you. But the reason I'm doing this today, as opposed to a weekly reads or a weekly reading vlog or something like that, is that I really only finished one book this week. Now, I am in the middle of 3 books, but I've only actually finished one so far this week. And I will be honest and say that yesterday I was getting a bit stressed out. I'm like, I need to finish another book because I need to have more than one book to talk about. That would just be silly for me to do a whole video to just literally talk about one book that I've finished. And, I was getting like stressed out about it. And I'm like, you know what? My reading has slowed down. You guys know that. I mean, in January, I read 15 books. In February, I think I read 14. It's now the 7th of March and I finished one book in March. So, you know what? I am personally okay with that. That doesn't bother me. I used to be the person who would read 7, 8 books a week, but that has really slowed down this year. And I decided to take the time to, not try and fly through books just to hit numbers, because let's be real, that's what I felt like I was doing last year and the year before. And because I felt like I had to keep up with the Joneses here on BookTube. And I've come to the realization that no, I don't. I think that a lot of you guys will watch regardless because you just want to hear about the books. And, I think that that is the fantastic part. So instead of me trying to push myself to read and to consume more, and, I do read relatively quickly. Like when I sit down to read, my reading speed is very quick. But I don't listen to as many audiobooks as some people. Like, I know there's a lot of people who really, really love their audiobooks, and I agree. I think audiobooks are fantastic. But this week, you guys, I am listening to an audiobook on 1x speed, and it's enjoyable because I can like legit pay attention to it, and I can legit know what's going on, and I don't feel like sometimes when I would kick the speed up, even to like 1.5 to 2x speed, it still felt like I was missing parts of it. And I just decided this week, I'm like, let's just try it and see what we think. And I'm really liking it. I mean, it's taking me a while to get through, and it's a lot slower than my natural reading speed, but it's still really enjoyable. And I think at the end of the day, that's the whole point, right? Is that the book should be enjoyed. So yeah, so that's part of the reason why as well, because I used to listen to it like 2.5 times speed just to get through stuff, so I could feel like I would get all the books on my TBR and blah blah blah. And yeah, I have ridiculously huge TBRs, and I know I do that, but do I do that in the sole fact that I think I'm going to finish all these books? No, because I know I'm not going to finish all those books. But I enjoy having a big choice on my TBR every month. So that being said, and again, I'm not throwing shade on anybody. You guys know that. I am not that kind of a person. If that's what you enjoy doing, good for you, and I'm so glad that that's how you're enjoying your books. But this is how I enjoy mine, right? So we can all live in our own little bubbles, if you will, and do our own thing, and it's awesome, and that's what makes this community so much fun, I think. So that all being said, what I'm going to try doing, because, like every weekend that comes, like over the last month or so, I've noticed this, that I start thinking, okay, how many books have I finished this week? How many books am I going to have for my wrap up? Yada, yada, yada. So what I'm going to be doing instead on Sundays, because I do love sitting down here and chatting with you guys, so this might be like a little bit of what's been going on this week, lifestyle stuff. I do have, even though I just did a big book haul on Friday, I do have 3 other books here because I got 2 in the mail after I filmed that video, and then I picked one up at Walmart yesterday. So I have a little bit of a book haul, and I'm going to share with you my reading plans for the coming week, because I think that maybe that'll help. Maybe if I like sit down here and say, this is what I'm going to read this week, or this is what I'm hoping to read this week, then maybe, I'll spend more time picking them up as opposed to doing other things, right? So anyway, that's my game plan. And then what I'm going to do for wrap-ups is I've seen a lot of people do this. I haven't seen it as much lately, but I have seen a lot of people do these like last 5 books read or something, where, you know, once I've read 5 books, I've got one read. So once I read 4 more, then what I think I'm going to do is every time I finish a book is I'm going to sit down here vlog style and just, here's the book I finished, here's my thoughts on it, here's my little mini review on it. And then once I finished 5 books, I'll take those 5 clips, put them together, and then put out a video. So I don't know when those videos are going to go out. There's going to be no standard time. You know, if I put out a normal video on a Tuesday, you could get a, you know, last 5 books read on a Wednesday, you know, or 2 videos on a Sunday. I don't know, you know, like I will try not to double up on videos in a day. I'm no Steve Donahue, but I'll try and keep like a video a day, you know, so you're probably going to see a bit more videos on this channel, but I think that that is a less stressful way of me being able to do it. And that way I'm not feeling the pressure to get stuff read for these videos every single week. So I hope that you guys are cool with this. I mean, I am here to talk about books at the end of the day and to review books for you guys, because I know a lot of the times you guys are like, what did you think about that book, and yada yada yada. So anyway, that is that's my plan for this video. So I've been yammering on for a little bit now, so let's jump into it. So this week has been a week. It's been a week. Monday, my husband got let go from his job in the middle of a pandemic. So it's fine. He's fine with it. You know, legitimately, I'm actually fine with it too. I'm not going to talk who the company is. It is a big name grocery chain here in Canada, and he worked in the distribution center, and those places are like revolving doors. So they hire like 20 people, and they have them working their butts off for like whatever. I mean, they pay well, right? But they have them working their butts off. And then just before they're about to hit like the joining up, like being able to join the union or getting their benefits and stuff like that, they let them go. So then they can hire in 20 more guys, so they don't have to pay benefits, and they don't have to pay, or, you know, have them supported by the union and all those things. So we're familiar with it. Like this is common practice. You know, it's not like it's something that people aren't aware of. And Garrett was kind of expecting it too, because they told him on a week ago Friday that he was only 20 days from being in the union. And he said to me jokingly, he's like, well, I guess I'm not going to be there for very much longer. And then he texted me on Monday when he got to work, and he's like, I'm on my way home. So it's fine. You know, we're in a good place right now. And he will get unemployment insurance, which is good. So that's going to help big time. And he's thinking about looking at retraining to doing something else. So I hope he does. And I hope he finds something that makes him happy, because, you know, at the end of the day, you spend 8 hours a day at your job. You should enjoy it at least a little bit most days. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that was the kind of crap part this week. Other than that, my work was fine. I had Friday off, which of course I mentioned in my birthday book haul video. So that was nice, having the day off. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Pretty boring week. The stay-at-home order was lifted for the city of Toronto on Friday, but as per talking to my manager, it looks like I'm still going to be working from home for the immediate future at least. We did talk on Thursday, and she said, if anything, it would be coming into the office 1 day a week. So there will not be coming in full-time for a good while. You know, we just don't want the case counts to jump and stuff like that. And, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry, essentially. So yeah, so that is that. So let me share with you guys the 3 books that I've gotten since Friday. I do actually plan on doing, because I bought myself on my birthday, I treated myself to a lot of ebooks. So I will share that with you guys. I actually plan on doing an ebook haul. Oh, no, that one won't be out till April, because those will be March books that I got in March. But I do plan on doing an ebook haul for the month of February, like the books I bought in February, because I know a lot of you guys requested that. So I am looking forward to doing that. But anyway, so first of all, the book that I got at Walmart yesterday, I'm a little mad because the sticker does not come off. I tried to peel it off, but sometimes you get the stickers that are real easy to pop off, but this one was not. But I got The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. I've seen a lot about this book going around, so this was 40% off. It was the rate of the month at Walmart, and I decided to pick it up because it's an absolutely gorgeous cover. This is a dual timeline. It says, a forgotten history, a secret network of women, a legacy of poison and revenge. Welcome to the Lost Apothecary. So yeah, this one sounds really good. And I decided to pick it up. I mean, 40% off. How could you say no to that, right? So yeah, so I got that one this week, and I'm looking forward to reading that one at some point. And then I got these two, I bought these two a while ago, and they finally arrived in the mail. So the first one is To Have and to Hoax by Martha Waters. Look at that edition, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I saw this on, oh, good Lord. I saw this on Bookstagram, and this edition of it. Now, the North American edition is like this bright pink cover, which is pretty too. But I just love the aesthetic of this one. And I'll be honest with you guys. Again, this is what I do on this channel. I'm honest with you guys. I don't shy away from anything. I have this one still on NetGalley to read, and I haven't read it yet. So I do need to get to that on NetGalley, but now I've got this absolutely gorgeous edition to read of it. So I'm really looking forward to that. What I was thinking, because you guys know I have a ridiculous NetGalley backlist to read through, was I know in April, Elizabeth and I are talking about doing Amish in April, but I was thinking in May, what I might do in May is do nothing but NetGalley books, like NetGalley May. I don't know, I was trying to find, like, NetGalley November would work, but that's like already nonfiction November, and you know, I don't want to take that away from anybody else. But I was thinking like May or June. Let me know if you guys want to do like a month-long NetGalley readathon. Let me know, and like I could put prompts together just for funsies. Let me know if you guys would be interested in doing that to kind of catch up on your NetGalley backlist, because I'm happy to try and make it a thing, because I think it would be a lot of fun. So I know there's been NetGalley read-alongs or readathons before, but they last like a week. But I think having a whole month to focus on just NetGalley would be awesome and give us a chance to get through some of these books, you know? Like the prompts could be like a book that's been published for more than a year, you know, or a book that's been published like in the month of May, you know, of that year, or, you know, May of 2021 or something like that. That would be fun, right? So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that one. But yes, I did get this one. And then the last one, this is really special. I don't know where I found this, that this was a thing, but now I am in desperate need to get all of them. This is the 23rd volume in the series. I have no idea how many that there were in total. I need to look it up. This is probably never going to be actually read by me because it is kind of falling apart. But I got it purely for the fact that it just really spoke to me. And this is the Harlequin, or the Golden Harlequin Library. So see how small it is, you guys? It's just this little tiny volume. It reminds me of those, for those of you who are old enough to remember, the Reader's Digest that came in those brown leather, and I think that those books were abridged. You got like 4 books and they were abridged within that volume. My grandfather had a ridiculous amount of them. This was originally published in 1973, and you can see it says on the side, it says it's volume number 23, and this contains 3 books. I do not think that these are abridged because the Harlequin books are not very long, and this book is something like, oh, see, it lists the actual pages, 187 pages. Yeah, so I don't know how many pages this is in total, but it is 3 full-length novels. And the novels, excuse me, you guys, the novels that are in here, bear with me, just let me go to this. Like I said, this is like falling apart. I don't actually ever want to read this. So we have When You Have Found Me by Elizabeth Hoy. This was first published in 1951 by Mills and Boon in London. And then the first Harlequin edition was published in May of 1960. It was book number 526 in the Harlequin romance series. Then we have Tender Conquest by Joyce Dingwell, first published in 1960 by Mills and Boon in London. And the Harlequin edition was published in September of 1964, book number 854 in the Harlequin romance series. And then we have Doctor's Assistant by Celine Conway, originally published by Mills and Boon London under the title Flower in the Wind. And the Harlequin edition was published in 1964, book number 826. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So somebody has gone in with pencil or pen and written the book number down here. So yeah, Harlequin Books, Toronto and Winnipeg. I mean, this is so neat. like I said, this is the 23rd. I have no idea how many of these there were, but I saw this one at a relative. Wasn't looking for anything specific. I just wanted one of these. And I found a lot of these on AbeBooks, so I'm going to have to start collecting them just to literally have them on my shelves because they are awesome. And I am so stoked about this. So, I mean, it's damaged. It's falling apart. Like I said, I probably won't read it. Like I can see there, it's cracked right here. But that's okay. It's more something to have in my collection to have these, and I'm pretty stoked to have that actually. So yay, that was a fun bit of mail. So let's get into my reading plans for the week. So I've listed down, I have an audiobook I'm currently reading, so I'll do audio first. So the first audiobook that I am currently reading, I have about 2 more hours left on it, I think, is Death by Dumpling by Vivian Chen. This is the first book in the A Noodle Shop mystery series, and I am buddy reading this with Scott and Becky over at the Bookish Bryants. They are doing a read-along of this for March Mystery Madness, and I wasn't going to read this one. This was not on my TBR, but I couldn't resist because I've read a further book in this series, and I really liked it, so I am super glad I'm reading this one. Don't want to talk too much about it. Essentially, the Cozy Mystery series revolves around a character by the name of Lana Lee. She is Asian American, and her mother, runs a noodle shop in this like Asia Village place. It's in Ohio, outside of Cleveland, I think, and it's like a big shopping center that is all like Asian stores run by Asian proprietors and things like that. Like a noodle shop and a salon and gift stores and a gallery and stuff like that. So the property manager has been murdered, and that's kind of where the story is going from there. Lana herself has kind of been implicated a bit in the murder, along with the guy the chef at their noodle house. Excuse me. A little sip of coffee this morning. So anyway, it's a little bit awkward with this big. Anyway, so I am enjoying it, and like I said, I've only got a few more hours left on it, so I will let you guys know my thoughts when I do finish it. And then once I finish that one, I plan on starting Rookie Instinct by Carol Erickson. This is book number 1 in the Tactical Crime Division Traverse City series. My goal is to get through all 4 of these in the month of March, because I actually have a audio bind-up of all 4 of the books in this series. So my plan is to get through all 4 of them. So over the next few weeks, you're going to hear me talking about all of the books in here. So really excited. I don't know really what this is about. It's a Harlequin intrigue series. So I am super stoked about that. The other book that I am currently reading right now, we'll get into the print and ebooks. Right now I am currently reading The Last Resort by Janice K. Johnson. I am enjoying this one immensely. I am not very far into it. So, just about that far into it. So essentially the plot of this one is about our main character, Leah. And she has inherited her uncle's, kind of sprawling, rustic resort up in the mountains. I don't remember where. I want to say it's Oregon or Washington or something like that. And anyway, she thinks it's like there's going to be nobody there. And she shows up and there's like all these guys there. And she finds out very quickly that there's some sort of a militia group. And they're domestic terrorists, essentially. And she cannot get away. She's been kidnapped. And our main character, his name is Spencer. The guy's name is Spencer. And what she has just found out at the point that I'm at now is that he is actually working deep undercover. So he's one of the good guys. But he's trying to take down this organization from the inside. But she can't know that. Like, she has to think that he's a bad guy, but she's kind of figured it out at this point. So it's going to go from there. But so far, I am really enjoying this. Very, very action-packed. And that cover is just gorgeous. I absolutely love that cover. I think it's so pretty. But yeah, this one, really, really good. Another Harlequin intrigue. This one was published in December of 2020. So that's the first book I'm hoping to get through. Get this one finished this week. And then I like to pick at least so including the book I'm currently reading, I usually like to have 2 more as backup for when I'm finished that one. So the next one that I plan on reading is Against the Wind by Kat Martin. This is the first book in the Rains of Wind Canyon series. This is another romantic suspense series, or romantic suspense novel. I'm reading this one next because I have decided to participate again in the Romance Readers Reading Group's Pass the Parcel Challenge, which happens, it lasts about 2 or 3 months, and then there's usually a month off in between. So I missed the last one because it was the holidays and things like that, but I'm excited about jumping back in now. And essentially what this is you're put into teams. So you've got to sign up in advance, but you're put into teams, and then every Friday you are given a new task. And this week's task is to read a book that is on somebody else's bookshelf. And this one I had to read anyway this month. It's one of my March Mystery Madness picks for weather. And it just happened to be on somebody else's bookshelf, so I was able to pick this one to read. Some weeks it's like they give you one of those Listopia lists, and it's like, read a book off of this list, so they're a lot of fun. I really do enjoy the Pass the Parcel challenge, and essentially what you have to do is your whole team has to finish like all of the tasks, and then you get to read the next. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's a lot of fun, and to participate, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, so I'll be reading that one next. I do not know too much about what it's about, and I am looking forward to it though, because it's been on my TBR for forever. And then the next one I hope to get to this week is Clayton Bullseye by Jerry Croteau. This is the 4th book in the Coltons of Grave Gulch series. And this one was sent to me by the author, so thank you. I am now kind of on her team, her group of her new books coming out that I get sent an e-art copy, and that makes me so excited because I am such a fan of her work. So yeah, this is a romantic suspense. It's a Harlequin romantic suspense, not an intrigue, but no idea what it's about, but that cover is just gorgeous, and I am looking very much forward to starting that one. And I'm hoping if I can get all 3 of those books done, my other goal, because this one is shorter, I added one more, and that is Inside Out and Back Again by Tahana Lai. This is another one for middle grade March for the prompt of silhouette on the cover, but this is a relatively short book, and it's told in verse. So I should finish this one really quickly. Like, the one book I did finish this week was Alone by Megan E. Freeman, which is also told in verse. It's 400 pages long. I finished it in less than an hour. Like, really, it took me no time. Maybe like an hour and a half. So this one should take me no time. So I'm thinking just maybe one night, if I'm not busy and whatever, I'll just sit and fly through this one. So yeah, I'm hoping to get to this one this week as well. And last but not least, I debated back and forth on actually talking about this book, or these books, I should say. But I decided I'm going to do it because it's going to be kind of like a little bit of a teaser for you guys. So I've got a project that I'm working on, and I am reading books on the sly. Like, when I do my 5, like when I finish my 5 books, if this is one of them, it will not be included. So this won't be included in one of my 5, just these other ones. But this is for a special project where I will be reviewing this one and other books by this author in the future. So stay tuned for that. But right now, I am currently more than halfway through. There's my bookmark. More than halfway through Hidden by Tara Taylor Quinn. So I am going to be doing something in regards to this author. I've got a special video coming. I'm reading through some of her books, her newer books, plus her backlist. It's going to be like an author spotlight, but kind of a vlog style author spotlight of me reading through the books and sharing those books with you. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. But yeah, so I am super excited. This one is really good. It is a romantic suspense, sort of. It's a romantic suspense. It's about a woman who, something you still really don't know. She was obviously dealing with a husband who was very, very cruel to her, both physically and mentally, and he abused her, essentially. And she one night took off. She was pregnant, and she ended up meeting this guy at a bar, and they kind of hit it off, and she moved in with him and then had the baby, and now her son's 18 months old, and her and this guy, Scott, her name is Teresa, are kind of living relatively domestic bliss. He is a firefighter, and she's at home with her son, and she also works as a seamstress, but she lives under the radar. She doesn't want anybody to know who she is. Teresa isn't even her real name. So she has gone into hiding from this husband of hers because she's not officially divorced. But then her best friend, back from when she was married to this, and this guy's a senator, and she was from a very well-to-do background, that her best friend that she's known since she was growing up has now gone missing. And the friend was seeing the husband. So there's kind of that whole thing going on. It's kind of a lot going on in this book, and it kind of jumps perspectives relatively quickly, and I'm not absolutely loving that, to be honest. But so far I am enjoying it. I do really enjoy Tara Taylor Quinn's writing. She is fantastic. So I will, of course, let you guys know my full thoughts on this one. Probably won't be for about another month or so, though. So, sorry. Because, like I said, I'm reading a bunch of these, and then I'm going to do a whole video on the author. So that's kind of my game plan. And then I'm going to be picking another author after I'm done with her books. So I thought those would be kind of fun and different videos. But yeah, so anyway, that one too is getting read this week. Anyway, guys, this video was a lot longer than I anticipated. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A little bit of explanation at the beginning too. Going forward, they probably will not be this long, but stay tuned. I mean, it could be by Friday that I have the 5-book video up, or I don't know. But I do have 2 other videos planned for this week. I will be filming my February wrap-up. You know, it's about time I get that out. Plus, like I said, I will be doing my ebook haul for February. Will be coming out this week as well, so stay tuned for that. And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.